There's a lot of noise in the natural hair community that says that type 4 hair, type 4C hair in particular, is hard to manage. And type 4 hair is the most common hair type among people of African descent, yet it's the most hated. Why? Hey loves, my name is Latoya Ebony. If you are new to my channel, feel free to look around, subscribe. I would love to have you. Okay, so let's get into this video. Story time. Recently, I was doing a film and one of the people on set, I guess she was researching about texturizing 4C hair, and my video popped up and it was called The 5 Mistakes I Made Texturizing. And she was asking me, like, is texturizing hair worth it? Should I do it? Because I'm really tired of my hair. And I said, no. It's actually higher maintenance, and these are the reasons why. And that was what prompted me to make that video that said 5 uncommon reasons not to texturize your natural hair, right? If you want to see those videos, I'll link them down below. I'll leave them as cards as well. And I realized that there's a lot of people that are really frustrated with their hair, and there's a lot of noise and just chatter going around with type 4B, 4C hair in particular is really hard to manage. And it got me thinking. So I was gonna post this on Instagram. When I first big chopped in 2010, I watched video upon video hoping to see someone showing the type of hair that I saw looking back at me in the mirror. After big chopping, I waited for my curls to pop, as I tried numerous products that claimed to make it happen. I tried my best to slick down my edges and keep my hair from shrinking, and I even texturized my hair in 2015, looking for a looser texture that would be less time consuming, only to find out texturized hair was even more time consuming, and I hated it. True acceptance doesn't look at the things that I lifted above as cons to having natural hair. Those things are the reality of having natural hair, not negatives in comparison to having chemically straightened hair. Hey! I just want to make a little disclaimer, okay? So I'm not talking about people who have truly damaged hair, people who have health issues, or people who just are venting about their hair every now and again. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this general said thing, like common knowledge, that type 4B4 hair is harder to maintain, harder to manage, harder to deal with than other types of hair. And it really got me thinking, because back in the 60s and the 70s, wearing your hair natural was never attached to a goal. Like, it was about being proud to be black. Now today in the natural hair community, it's all about, can you get your curls to pop? How long can you get your hair? What is your hair type and texture? How bouncy it is, whatever it is, how shiny it is. It's all attached to a goal, which makes it, to me, very different. Now, if any of you guys are out there and you lived through the 60s, 70s, or you know somebody, you know, your parents were living in the 60s or 70s, comment down below and just correct me if I'm wrong, but it really seems like it was more about the pride that we had in being black as opposed to like our actual natural hair and reaching a specific goal. Am I wrong? So hair maintenance today is usually attached to a specific goal. And if that specific goal is a hairstyle, the further from that hairstyle your natural texture is, the more maintenance and work that has to go into it in order to maintain that. So my question is our hair harder to manage, or are we just manipulating it to an extent that it is exhausting us? That's just some food for thought. Think about the time when you're most frustrated with your hair, including myself. I just did a video on this, right?
But your hair is not cooperating. And so you're gonna try again. Try, separate, because you are looking for that volume, that oomph, that... And then you realize you just lost this battle.
I was trying to do a bantu knot out. It didn't work out. I was frustrated, right? But think about these times. It's usually when we're trying to get our hair to do something that it doesn't want to do. Lay our edges. Keep our hair pinned straight after a flat iron. Not let it puff up in humidity. Not let it shrink when it gets wet. Like, these are things that natural hair does. That's not a con. That's like just what it is. I absolutely love the versatility of our hair, and I love manipulating it, and I love taking true advantage of all of the wonderful things that it can do. But if I'm really being real, if I were to do my hair like this daily and I didn't have the goal of length retention, it's really not that hard, right? You guys, it has taken me 10 years to realize that I never really fully accepted my hair. Because if it looked like this, it wasn't done. That's crazy. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna play with it, but I still think this is beautiful. If I have a wedding or a special occasion that I wanna go to, like, why is this not acceptable? Why can't this be a special occasion hairstyle? Interesting. Anyway, I'm just throwing this out there. These are just a lot of hypotheses and questions. Please leave your comments down below. I would love for you guys to contribute, whether you agree or disagree, thumbs up, thumbs down, that's fine. Just be respectful. That's all that I ask. Above all else, like, this is hair, and unity among us is way more important than what we do to and with our hair. And if you want to check out my 5 reasons, the uncommon reasons not to texturize your hair, that video will be right there. And then I'm just gonna link my playlist of all the hairstyles. So I love you guys, and I'll meet you in the comments.